Hello everyone and welcome back to Mars for some Storm Arena news coverage. We've got some breaking news for you today because we now have our M.A.R.S Pro Festival reveals for the exclusives. Now, we did break the news earlier on in the week to confirm M.A.R.S Pro Festival was going to have Ryu and Ken available at the event as exclusives. We didn't make any videos on it just because we wanted to wait to see the actual products. And today, this morning, 10:45, we are getting the actual products that will be available at the M.A.R.S Pro Festival. So let's go ahead and take a look at these bad boys. Now this Ryu, I am actually stoked for because this is the one I've wanted from the get-go. Earlier on in the year when we saw the Shanghai Festival exclusive and it was the teal color, I was excited, you know, like most of us, we were excited. Unfortunately, we never got to see the figure and we still don't know when that figure is going to be coming out. Allegedly, that figure was available for pre-order at the Shanghai Festival while Ken was available to pick up. So who knows, maybe sometime next year we will see that other teal color for Ryu. But for next week, for Thanksgiving, we've got the lighter blue Ryu. If you've been following the channel, this is the outfit I've been wanting the most when it comes to his Player 2 variants, just because the light blue and the yellow, it just looks great for me and I'm really enjoying it. So with this figure, we are going to be getting 2 head sculpts, 3 sets of hands, our Hadouken effect, and our stand. So nothing too crazy is going on with this release. You know, it's going to be just a plain, simple exclusive. That is it. Now, how far different is it from the white? It's not too crazy in the yellow, but it's a little bit on the light side, clearly. But we're going to have to wait until we get these figures in hand, or we get Mr. Lee or whoever's at the event who can show these figures off in hand. Very excited for this Ryu. We haven't gotten an exclusive Ryu yet, which you would think would probably be one of the first exclusives. It's been Ken back to back to back. So with Ken, on the other hand, and by the way, I also want to point out we are going to be getting the yelling head sculpt with this release, not the grinning teeth. I'm a bit disappointed, if I'm being honest, because I feel like this would have been, or this should have been, the exclusive to include 3 head sculpts, 4 sets of hands, and the Hadouken effect. So it is a bit of a bummer, if I'm being honest here, with this exclusive. Still going to pick this bad boy up. We're still going to review it, of course. But yeah, a little bit on the lackluster side. This was Storm's opportunity to release that full package for Ryu. I mean, look at the purple exclusives that we're going to be getting. Let's take a look at that real quick. You're getting 3 head sculpts, and then you're getting 3 sets of hands, and then the Hadouken effect, which we do know now is not the flame, it's going to be a regular blue one. But still, you're getting 3 head sculpts, and it's like, man, we could have gotten that, or should have gotten that with this exclusive 3 head sculpts. Especially when you look at the New York Comic Con and the Wonder Festival Shanghai exclusive for Ken. They each come with 3 head sculpts, so to see Ryu is only coming with 2, it is a bit of a bummer. This was my most excited skin to get for Ryu, I will say that. So hopefully in the future we may see this again, though I wouldn't hold my breath. But yeah, if I had to say right now, I'm a bit disappointed with this release. It could have been the full package. I was just anticipating a Ryu exclusive that's going to have 3 head sculpts, 4 sets of hands, and everything that we needed. Everything was leading up to that. So unfortunately, we're not getting that with this Storm Arena Ryu, but hopefully things will get better. Definitely going to be picking this up and doing a nature figure review, so if you're not subscribed, make sure you do so. And then with Ken, you know, we're getting our 2 head sculpts, we're getting our 4 sets of hands, our Shoryuken effect, and then the stand. For me, the blue looks good. It's more vibrant. It's popping with the yellow, blue and yellow. That was my high school football team, so I'm down for that. I like we're getting our sets of hands as well, and everything's looking pretty good. But again, you know, it feels like everything leading up to these exclusives should have included 3 head sculpts, not just 2. And then to even double down and have Ken with 4 and Ryu with 3 sets of hands. It's just like, wow. But anyways, regardless, these are going to be our exclusives. They will be available next week at the M.A.R.S Pro Festival. So where can you go and get these exclusives? I'm going to tell you right now, AliExpress and eBay are probably going to be your best friends. We don't know the quantity of these exclusives, how many of those are going to be available at the event. I would imagine there would be about 500 per each. That sounds like a good number for an event like that. And then I don't think we're going to see any other exclusives or these particular exclusives available through BBTS, at least anytime soon. And this just goes to show, you know, Storm, they are the master when it comes to repaint. So for the Street Fighter Alpha 3 fan base out there, yes, you're going to be able to get every color that you want of your favorite character, of your main, that Storm makes. And you can see now, this is going to be technically our third color for Ryu, but damn, our fourth color for Ken. I've got the purple one, I've got the yellow one, I've got the red one, and now pretty soon I'm going to have the blue one. So very excited. And I know it's on everyone's mind right now. Will the paint chip on these exclusives? And I'm going to go out and say right now, like, if they do, then that is a major red flag going forward from Storm. Because we've all seen the reviews. You've seen both of my reviews. The purple and yellow Ken, the paint does rub off. It flakes off, whichever you want to say it, however you want to say it. Do I think it's going to happen again? I don't know. It better not happen again. That's for damn sure. It better not happen again, because you don't want to have your exclusives for the Storm Arena the first year, all of them have paint issues. Could you just imagine that? How catastrophic that would be for your branding? It would be massive. And I think they know better. I hope they learned their lesson on both of those exclusives. And because the Wonder Festival and the New York Comic Con were just a week apart, that is why I believe both products were affected, because they probably were on the same line, or maybe two separate lines, but being produced at the same time, which would be a logical reason as to why both figures were affected in the same way. Now that it's been well over a month, I mean, God, hopefully not all four figures were being made at the same time, because if that's the case, then yeah, bet your ass you're probably going to encounter some paint issues with both figures. I don't think that's going to be the case, though. I feel like, you know, they saw the feedback. Again, there was one post on Twitter that had like 20,000, and people have reached out to Storm directly to let them know of the issue. So I just don't think it would be a wise decision and a smart business decision for them to release these exclusives and they're having paint issues. So hopefully they do their quality control testing, all that good jazz, the whole 9 yards. And then let's talk about pricing. You know, honestly, you're probably going to have to pay through eBay $80 per figure. So it's a bit up there, you know. It depends on how far you are willing to go in this line. Are you going to be a completionist? Are you going to get these figures? We saw that the yellow Ken that was the New York Comic Con exclusive, it costs $50, sold for over $100, you know, on eBay. So I think it's probably a wise decision that if you're thinking about getting these figures, go ahead and get them. In years' time, they're going to be worth probably double the amounts. You know what I mean? If not a little bit extra. And if worst case scenario, you can always make your money back, right? So keep that in mind. And then, yeah, paint issues hopefully will be covered. Pricing, you're probably looking at paying $80 to $100 per figure for being, you know, realistic here. And then we also have Sagat. Sagat should be coming out very soon. Probably, I would suspect Sagat is going to be at this event, able to purchase. So, you know, let's sit back and think about this. If you're paying $80 per figure, right? I mean, you're paying damn well over $200. Like $230 or $240, the math might not be there, but you're going to be paying over $200 for all three figures. So, is it worth it to you? Do you want to be that completionist? Sagat, you don't really have to worry about because you have BBTS and other online retailers and things like that. But for these exclusives here, you could potentially pay up to $200. All right, so keep that in mind. Drop a like, comment below, and yeah, let me know, man. How excited are you all for this? We've got the M.A.R.S Pro Festival taking place next week, a week from today. So I just want to look at these exclusives real quick because it's like, damn, man. Everything was leading up to the next exclusive from Storm Arena being a 3-head sculpt Ryu with 3 sets of hands and the Hadouken effect. And just to see, man, and even the same, man, with Ken, 3 head sculpts, 4 sets of hands, And then just to see that we're not getting that with these exclusives, it does make me think maybe these exclusives were produced the same time as the other Kens that we got at Shanghai Festival and the New York Comic Con. But fingers crossed, this is the color I wanted from Ryu. So I'm glad in that aspect. I'm very excited for that, and I can't wait to review it. Same goes for Ken. Ken, strong competitor for me. Strong entry for the series. And we now have 4 colors out of 6. So what does that leave us for Ken? 2 other colors. So we'll have to wait and see what we get. And I would suspect probably those 2 other colors could be coming out for Ken by the end of next year. Because think about it, we haven't gotten any BBTS colored exclusives yet. Yeah, we've got the purple Vism exclusives, but we haven't gotten any BBTS exclusives. So I can see the last 2 being through BBTS. At least one of them being through BBTS. That's going to be a different color from the red, purple, yellow, and now blue. Another color. So keep your eyes open. If you want all the updates, make sure you subscribe. And we'll see you all next time. Until then, peace.